You see, then I will get it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all right. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Hey, all right. Hey, Shalom. Okay, let's get it. Hey, all praises to
Yahweh,
by
Hashem,
Yahweh
Shai.
Hey, double honor to the apostles and the elders that rule well, and peace and blessings to you brothers out there that's kicking this word in sincerity truth, man. We just want to come with a quick lesson, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to edify brothers, man. Lift our brothers up, throughout the four corners of the earth. You know what I'm saying? And just, tell brothers that, hey, we don't last in the end times, man. It's very important that we're paying attention, man, to what's going on, brothers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you're looking at the Middle East, man, there's all types of situations going on, particularly in Syria, man. Just today, America bombed the Syrian front. You know, you got ISIS, freezing up those dams over there, causing strife. You know what I'm saying? Causing a drought in Iraq. You know, over here, man, you got all types of turmoil going on, the flu epidemic and things of that nature, man. You know what I'm saying? Look what's going on with the economy, man. You see, the economy is hella volatile, man. I think it dropped like 600 points, 666 points one day. You dig what I'm saying? I want to say 1,200 the next day, man. So as you can see, man, we're living in some high times, brothers, some high time out here. You know what I'm saying? And it's very important that we're paying attention to what's going on, man, and not being lackadaisical, you know what I'm saying, in our everyday lives, man, because we know that the son of perdition, man, is being revealed. And with him being revealed, man, he's gonna come down with great wrath because we know that his time is short, man. Let's get second Thessalonians, I want to say 2. And start on 3 yet. Go ahead.
All right, this is Second Thessalonians chapter 2, starting verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first.
That's right.
And that man of sin be revealed.
That's right.
The son of perdition.
That's right. That man of sin being revealed. You know what I'm saying? That's the son of perdition. Who is that son of perdition, Akion? The son of perdition is a so-called right man, which we know to be Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's every single so-called white man, you know what I'm saying, an Edomite? Of course not. You had confusion of face brothers out there. You see what I'm saying? But the majority of you so-called white, you're Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're being revealed as the son of perdition. If you look at that word perdition, it means hell, man. You're the man that's taking peace from the earth, man.
Right.
Like it says in Revelations, the 6th chapter, man. You know what I'm saying? You see? Go ahead, brother. Read some more of that.
Come on. Verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High.
That's right, man. And how does he exalt himself above all that is called the Most High? Well, he set himself up with his pseudoscience, Darwinism, social Darwinism, eugenics, things of that nature, man. He also set it up with the biggest form of white supremacy, which is Christianity, man. You know, he pushes love on everybody. When we introduced Christianity to the masses, man, to other nations, man, he did it with strife and violence, man. You see? And even statistically speaking now, man, most churches are segregated, man. You see? Why is that, man? Because it's the son of perdition is ruling, man. There is no peace on the planet Earth, man. It's a form. It's a form of it's an ideology of so-called peace, which really is just do what thou will, man. That's not peace, man. That's chaos, man. And so, who is pushing that idea, man? With his vain philosophy, his vain ways. You see what I'm saying? The so-called white man. Go ahead, out.
Right. He pushes a lifestyle of death, man. You know, these scriptures are life, but he's completely contrary to the will of the Heavenly Father, man. So scriptures say that they that wander out of way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of dead. Esau pushes no understanding according to the Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So it's all death, man. And that was his blessing. Back when you read Genesis, I believe it was the 35th chapter. His blessing was a sword, man.
That's right.
And so what does the sword do? A sword is a killing instrument, but he has what? His weaponry. He creates the gun, so he's the master of that. Okay, but also like the brother's going into, his religion, his pseudoscience, his democracy, all those things are used to destroy, man. It's done nothing but further death on the planet Earth. That's why gross darkness has covered the people when you read Isaiah the 60th chapter, man.
That's right.
There's nothing but darkness and death being pushed throughout the whole earth right now. It's under the guise of Esau, That's the wicked is running the earth right now,
That's right, man. Hey, can I pull a quick scripture for you out? This is Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Right. Who's that horse, man? That horse is Esau, man. It's red, That's a good indicator. Why? Because, hey, that's what Edom means. It means red. The Hebrew are the one. So that's a representative of Esau, man. Power was given unto him because his blessing was by the sword thou shalt live, man. And with the fatness of the earth. That's right, So he's living by the sword right now. So that read that one more time.
Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Right, power was given unto him to take peace away from the earth right now. And look at the whole earth right now. Everyone's in turmoil right now. Okay, the Middle East is in shambles right now. There's proxy wars going on. Okay, World War III is pretty much already started. There's financial wars going on right now.
That's right.
Everybody is in opposition toward each other. Males and females, parents and kids, nations are rising up against nations. That's why the scripture says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. When you read that in Matthew 24 chapter. That's right. And so that was all because of Esau, man. But hey, he's the wicked created for the day of evil right now.
That's right. That's right. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
Right, a great sword. That was his blessing, man. Okay, that was his whole blessing, man. To rule by the sword. To where people are just killing one another, man. People are getting shot on live Facebook now. All type of stuff is going on. Okay, to where there's just it's complete and utter crazy right now, man. For lack of better words, man. It don't make no sense the way that the whole world is in the state that the whole world is in right now.
It's in turmoil.
Yep, it's in complete and utter turmoil right now under the so-called white man's rulership, Esau's rulership.
That's right. That's right. It's a blessing that we have this understanding of who we're dealing with, man. We're not dealing with just an average guy that you got into it with in high school. No. We're dealing with a sociopath, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important, man, that we remember the precepts of our forefathers, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me finish that in 2 Thessalonians, and then we'll jump to Revelation 12 and 12.
All right, this is back in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. Start verse 4 again. Who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
That's right, man. So we already explained how he does that. Man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things?
That's right. So, hey, there you go. Paul's reminding the Thessalonians, man. Look, man, remember what I told you when I was with you, who that son of perdition is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's very important, man, that we don't underestimate our adversaries, man. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says in the 12th chapter to never trust our enemies, man. You have to know that this man is diabolical, man. You see? Me and a couple brothers were debating whether or not McDonald's puts human semen in the McDonald's sauce, man. My point of view was it would be too expensive. But then another brother, he said, you know what? Hey, why is that so impossible? You got we all know that the majority of meat that's in this fast food industry is human. So why is it's so unreasonable that he wouldn't put a human semen in secret sauce?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not far-fetched, man.
That's right.
You know?
So you know what I'm saying? If we know this, hey, we have to be very we have to be prudent of how we walk, man. There you go. Paul just reminded the church, like, hey man, remember these things when I told you? You see? So it's very important that we're paying attention to what's going on, man. Because hey, the son of perdition is gonna come down heavy upon the church, man.
Right.
Judgment is going to start where? In Israel, man. Go ahead, man.
So online, Yahweh Shai is coming back. Second Ezra 16:71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
That's right. Hey, Shalom, Elder. That's right, man. They're gonna be like madmen destroying us, man. You're making yourself a target. You know what I'm saying? How so? By looking like a maniac online, man. You know what I'm saying? Brothers out there are being way too rash, man. You see? It's very important, man, that we understand who we're dealing with. We're dealing with a group of people that decimated not only our Gadite brothers, but other civilizations, man. In the name of pseudoscience, in the name of them being gods, are the most dominant race, man, in their mind. So you can't underestimate this, man. You know what I'm saying? We have to understand who we're dealing with. Know your enemy, man. Know the power of your enemy, man. Understand the power of your God, but don't be naive, Akian.
Right.
It's very important that we're being circumspect, man. You see? Because again, the white man know he understands the law, statutes, commandments. He understands his book. He understands the prophecy of this book. That's why we're getting so much backlash because of what we're saying, man. These Christians attacking us, want to lie on us. Why is that? Because he know the truth. You see what I'm saying? And with him knowing the truth, he's going to go back, for lack of a better term, to his blessing, man. What is his blessing? Well, we just read it in Revelations 6:6, man. That sword, man. You see what I'm saying? So don't get yourself whacked for no reason, man.
Right.
You know, ultimately, nothing is for, no reason. But come on, brothers. Let's be smart about what we're doing, especially on these social media sites, brothers. Right. But we'll get to that, man. Go ahead.
Are you going to continue this?
Let's jump to Revelations 12:12. I don't want
All right, this is Revelation 12th chapter, starting at verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
That's right, man. Hey, so the devil's gonna come back with great wrath, man, and that links up perfectly with what the elder had brought out, man. That precept. You know what I'm saying? Great wrath is gonna be a planet Earth on the planet Earth, like a time that has nobody has seen before, man. What is that saying, man? Well, that's saying it's gonna be massive death, man. Massive anguish on the planet Earth, man. Undescribable things are going to be seen in a lot of days, man. The white man is gearing up with AI technology, man. Blockchains, things of that nature, man. This place is going to get wild soon, man. If all these things that he's trying to implement get implemented, man. So it's very important, man, that we're being circumspect, man, and not getting caught up in the world. You see? Did you have something, bro?
I had something real quick.
Yeah,
Okay, and Jeremiah 30 as well. Jeremiah 30:7.
Mm-hmm.
Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
That's right. It's a time of Jacob's trouble, man. But the elect are going to be saved out of it, man. If you go to Revelations 12 and 11, it actually talks about that, man. Those that they're going to be overcome by the testimony. What is that testimony? What the understanding of these scriptures, man. Going out there and testifying, to the lost sheep of Israel, to the elect, man, who they are. That's how they're going to be saved, Akiana. This serious business, brothers.
Right.
Don't stop acting like you don't have anything to lose. We have a lot of things to lose, man. You have brothers to lose. You can lose the truth. You see? get reprimanded for something stupid as heck, and buck up, and man, fall out behind Facebook or Instagram or tag or whatever you want, man. You know what I'm saying? You have something to lose, Akian. Act as such. You know, don't be uncouth on these social media sites, man. Be smart, man. The white man is playing chess, and we're gonna get some articles to prove that. You see what I'm saying? Like, because the so-called white man, he's using CI, excuse me, he's using Facebook. You see, as a means to target to surveillance the masses, and he's already going after what's they called, BIE groups, man, Black Identity Extremist groups, man. You see, so the white man is all gearing up to do these things that are prescribed in the scriptures, man. They come down with great wrath, and we at the beginning of sorrow, like y'all. We at the beginning. This part right here is talking about Jacob's trouble in Jeremiah 30. We ain't even at that part yet, man. And it's bad as heck out here.
All these things that so-called white man has set up are being used for a reason. They're just not no random stuff, you know.
Right.
These YouTube, these social media sites, you know, all these things that they do online, which you have to have an email address for them to track you now, so that they track all that stuff, man. You know, it's all geared towards an agenda, to what his new world order, man. To where he's gonna push his whole agenda and push what he wants, man.
Right.
You know, so where he can track people and put them in several different categories. So when he's trying to make his move, everything is in the lines where he can just make it move, man.
Right.
You know, because like I said, he has a short time. So everything's got to be calculated. And that's what he's doing, man. He's calculating in all these different avenues that he's provided for the masses, you know, and pretty much giving a lot of these people ways just to hang themselves at the end of the day.
Right, man. You know, he's using all these things also as a distraction, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, any device that you have, man, could be found on the internet. You know, anything, boxing, anything
Yep.
could be found on social media site, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's very important, man. When you post things of that nature, man, to understand, man, who you dealing with, bro. You're dealing with the so-called white man, and he is diabolical, man. You see? You have something, bro. And let's put it in let's put it in Ephesians, man, because that's going to exactly what we're talking about. Ephesians, the 5th chapter. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what I just described is someone who's circumspect, man, who's looking around.
Actually, I can bring out this up real quick for you.
Okay.
2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Satan should get an advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices.
Mm-hmm. We're not ignorant of his devices, man. We know that with everything that the white man gives is a hidden agenda to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a game. Get what you need and pull out of it. You know what I'm saying?
That use the world, but not abuse the world. You know, you have to use everything in moderation and in balance, and I think how we act. You know, you can't just use it and just go in a free for all, be like a barbarian out here, man. You know, we have, like the brother said, we have to tread lightly in this thing, man. This walk that we're doing with balance. You know, and know how to know there's a right way to maneuver in this avenue, in this walk of ours. You just can't be out there just being a loose cannon out there, you know.
Right.
But I think this way, Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
That's right, man. See that you are circumspectly, for the days are evil, man. Not as fools, but wise, man. Understanding, you know what I'm saying, not doing things just because you felt a certain way at a particular time, or you felt, you know what I'm saying? You got a fuzzy feeling in your chest, so you had to post something. Or you know what I mean? You just got to tear these bitches off. Come on now. Women could be careless. Children be careless, but a man cannot be careless, man. This day and age, people out here playing for keeps, and just because you think that you don't have anything to lose doesn't mean that somebody in your camp doesn't have anything to lose. Case in point, you know what I'm saying, a business or something like that, man. Or they could be you could be representing your how about Shimei shot all wrong, man. Somebody could be looking at you like, oh, this is what you believe in, bro. I don't want to be anything part of it. I don't want any part of it, man. If you gonna go out there just cursing people out, you see what I'm saying? You ain't representing the Lord, man. That's ultimately what it's about, man. Representing your how about Shimei shot. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 17. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is, and be not drunk with excess, be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit.
I mean, you bring it down.
Verse 17 again. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. So you don't want to be always posting things and going hard on people all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? Being, like I said, you lose cannon, man, because that can be unwise at times. You know, and people on social media, they're not gonna get it, so they don't want to hear that, man. You know, and then you don't want to be casting pearls before swine either a lot of times. You know,
Yeah.
you know, you just want to, hey. I mean, there's a time for everything. Sometimes certain things may need to be said, but hey, you gotta do it in the spirit of things. You know, verse. But understanding what the will of the Lord is. So, like Brother said, man, we gotta be understanding. We're representatives of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. You know, so we have to do that as well. We have to walk honestly among these Gentiles, man.
Yeah.
To where you act like a barbarian or you just be raiding on people every chance you get on the comment board or online. You know, like I said, that could turn somebody off, man. You know?
Yeah, turn me off and I'm in the truth. I'm like, ugh. What's wrong with Jay? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Be smart, brothers. Go ahead, huh?
I think that's pretty much.
I have a quick precept. I have two precepts for you. This is 2 Corinthians 5:20. Now then, we are ambassadors for Mashiach.
Right, we're ambassadors for Mashiach, man. Wasn't an ambassador, a representative, man. Just like Yahweh Shai was a representative of the Heavenly Father, he sent us out to do the will of the Heavenly Father through his name to be a representative of him, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
As though God, as though the Most High did beseech you by us, we pray you in Mashiach's stead that be reconciled to the Most High. Really, the main point was in the first part of that sentence.
So yeah, so we're representatives, man. So we have to do that as such as much as possible, not especially in our daily lives, on the highways and byways, and that's when you can really get it in and you can let loose. You know, but in our daily lives, you know, we have to be more calculative, not letting the right hand know what the left hand is doing, man. You know, a lot of times, just especially online and social media. You know, and there may be certain people who know what you do, but still, you just want to refrain from a lot of times. You know,
right?
You know, like the brother said, this Esau is building up a case, man. He knows he's already has profiles in all of us anyway.
Yep, don't believe it, baby.
You know, so we in the system. We on that red list where like they catch us, we can probably get shot on sight or tortured or something like that. You know, they got those that I believe it's a red dot, yellow dot, blue dot, to where some will make it, some will be caught up to a concentration camp, and some will be put to death on sight. You know, so. You know, and so and also they will come at us at that time. You know, but you don't want to add fuel to the fire if it's unnecessary. You know.
I had another one for you. This is Matthew 7:6. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs. Mm-hmm. Neither cast ye your pearls before swine.
Yeah, you don't cast your pearls before swine, man. You know, a lot of people don't even deserve words of wisdom a lot of times. You know. Go ahead and read that.
Read the rest of it. Lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rent you.
Right, they'll trample under their feet, man. They'll cast their word behind them and turn again and rent you and try to use it against you that day.
Yeah.
You know, when they start trying to bring witnesses against us, you know, they start trying to put us on trial. You know, they can bring all that stuff back up, man. Bring in witnesses like, man, he cursed me out telling me I was gonna die and 100 men was gonna rape me and all this stuff. You know, Jay be saying that to him.
Say that.
You know,
Jay can say that.
They can come back and use that against you, man. Yeah, like I said, now sometimes we may speak to certain things out there on the highways and byways because it's prophecy, but you just don't want to be online or comment on people's pages, yelling at them, telling them that, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's excessive, man. You know,
It's a bit much.
it's a bit much. You know, and we have to be spiritual about this thing, man, especially in our daily walk. You know, in our lives,
Time,
because that's where it counts. You know,
time, time,
yeah, I wish I can give no examples of doing that. You know, in the scriptures. You know, Yahushua was the ultimate master of prudence and thinking steps ahead about how this could harm the brothers. You know, how this could look, man. You gotta think more than 5 inches in front of your face. You know.
yep. And be a little skinny, man, out here. You know what I'm saying? This is I want because you said something. You said how that they could use what we post online against us, and I actually had the Atlantic Black Star website pulled up. They have an article written by David Love, and it's going into how the FBI tracks and arrests black identity extremists, and hardly anyone is talking about it. I just read it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So now this is according to like I said, at the Atlantic Black Star, and the title of this article is FBI tracks and arrests black identity extremists, and hardly anyone is talking about it. Uh, I wish I could pull it up online for you brothers, but you know, if you guys Google it, basically how the government using uh social media to spy on people. If you just Google that, this will come up. Anyway, um, 6 months after the FBI issued a report inventing from whole cloth the term black identity extremists, claiming this group poses a terroristic threat to police, the first apparent case of the persecution of a BIE has emerged. The BIE designation has created concern in the black community that the FBI is launching a new COINTEL program targeting black activists. So what is that? What is the COINTEL program, Mike, y'all? Well, the COINTEL program was used to dismantle groups in the 1960s, black activist groups in the 1960s. The biggest one that comes to mind is the Black Panthers, man. You know what I'm saying? They went, put spies in the organizations. You see what I'm saying? Lied about the organization members, some of the organization members saying they were agents. You see what I'm saying? You see, put certain members against each other. You see what I'm saying? So they're gonna do that now, man. They're doing that. You see already that they're already setting up to use that same stance as in the 1960s, man. You see? So it's important that we're being circumspect out here, brothers. I read that again. Black communities that the BIE designation has created concern in the black community that the FBI is launching a new COINTEL program targeting black activists who have uh, committed no crimes, with more arrests and persecutions of those involved in racial justice movements to follow. The latest chapter represents the FBI that has been familiar to black people for decades. This latest chapter represents the FBI that has been familiar to black people for decades, while the Bureau only recently created the term black identity extremists. Its methods, tactics, and orientation remain the same with regard to black activists. You see that? The FBI has a long tradition of treating black political movements as terrorists and enemies of the state and a threat to national security and public safety. A conservative, white, male-dominated organization, the FBI always has taken its cues from anti-black right-wing propagandists. On December 12th, 2017, now this is very recent I guess, in Dallas, Christopher Daniels, also known as Raheem Balagan, was arrested in a raid on his home and charged with the unlawful possession of a firearm, the result of more than 2 years of FBI surveillance. So I've been watching this guy for 2 years, man. Watching his every move for 2 years, man. as Foreign Policy reported, federal agents held Daniels outside in his underwear and seized 2 firearms. The government claimed he is buried barred Slocky from owning due to a 2007 misdemeanor domestic assault conviction in Tennessee. Among other items, FBI agents took from Daniel's home was a copy of the book Negroes with Guns by civil rights activist Robert F. Williams. So we really can stop right there, you know what I'm saying, because it begins to interview Robert F. Williams. But the point was made, man. Hey, they were surveillancing this guy for 2 years, man, because he was an advocate for black people to have firearms. You know what I'm saying? And he was convicted of what some law, some probably BS. You know what I'm saying? That the white man put on him in 2007. He wasn't able to have firearms, and they took him under for that, man. Now that's the FBI. He get that Fed numbers. He gonna have to do day for day to let you know that they throwing away anybody that's trying to buck up to the system, man.
Right.
How much more so for us? That's out there on the highways and byways telling the so-called white man that he's gonna go, you know what I'm saying, into captivity, man. If you know that, then why would you post, you know what I'm saying, ridiculously over the top things on social media, man? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, bro.
Right. So because they're supposed to be they're gonna lie with us in that day, man. To try to take us down. You know, so we don't want to actually give them actual ammunition or viable stuff they're gonna use against us, man.
Right.
You know? You just don't want to do that, but that's not wise at all. You know, we're supposed to be a spiritual spouse, and we're not saying no one's saying that you can't post anything like your thoughts sometimes, because it may be called for in the spirit for you to post certain things, but you just don't want to be over the top, man. You have to have that actual balance. You know, the scripture says false balance is an abomination when you have a Hashem Yahushua. So you want to be use tact and have your speak and be seasoned with grace. You know, because we have that on deck. You know, you want to be salty in things that you post. You know, and how you post it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no one's saying you can't post anything. You know, but you just gotta be more on the spirit, because then that's a slippery slope that you can go on slip in the carnal side. You be going, you know, you be going all lamb. You know,
yeah, trying to argue with these females, man.
Yeah, cursing out the black woman. We all know the black woman ain't worth nothing on this side, man, for the most part.
But yeah, you can't be trying to gorilla pimp these women online, man. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna work, man. Chill out, man. You know what I'm saying? Can I get this right here, bro? This is Proverbs 29:11. A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it until afterwards, man. Con. Well, Proverbs 29:11. A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it until afterwards.
A fool will utter all his mind. He'll just say whatever pops in his brain, man. You know?
Typing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know. Hey, that's the saying, loose lips sink ships, you know? So you don't want to be now we're not calling brothers fools, but you have to sometimes you can do foolish things, you know, and we wanna, like I said, this is just an exhortation. You just want to refrain from that, you know?
Right.
You know, from uttering everything that pops in your mind, man. Especially even you know, foolish is kind of wise when he remains quiet, to paraphrase. Yep. You know, so you want that after you read the last part of that scripture one more time about
I'm gonna pull that in mind. This is Proverbs 29:11. Proverbs 29:11. A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it until afterwards.
Wise man will keep until afterwards, man. You know?
After you get judgment.
And then you can speak on certain things, you know? But you, like I said, you just don't want to be out there just going crazy, you know what I'm saying? You, all of a sudden you in the area of a troll now.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a difference between having judgment and just having pure hate. I'm saying it's a balance of everything. You know, now of course, you know, you're gonna admonish as, you know, a man of the Lord, the 2/3, but when it gets to, you know, when you're being obsessive or you're just being downright unbalanced, you know, then it isn't edifying, man. and that's not representing, you know what I'm saying, the true nature of Yahweh by Shimmy Shot, brothers. You know?
Yeah, man, reporting us because the elders didn't teach us to do that. You know, we didn't learn that type of behavior from the elders and apostles. You invest on them, man, to do certain things online. Right. You know, we don't see those examples of brothers elders bring that out online or on sit downs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we fellowship with them down here, they don't tell us stories about how they doing this, doing that, they're online on social media like that. You know,
right?
You know, we didn't learn that. You know.
Right.
So if we believe that there was an amendment of the Lord, then we have to follow in this stead as much as possible, you know.
Right.
Also in the scriptures, we have examples of our forefathers going around just going hard and just being held excessive on people like that.
Right.
You know.
That's the truth. I'll be done.
On that.
That was it on that. Can we pull the other article, bro? That I had called for? What was the other? It was the other article was my phone about to die. I thought you had pulled that thing up. But really, cool. The point was made with that one. Yeah, the point was made with that one.
So revisiting that, man, like I said, they took that guy down. They've been watching him for 2 years using COINTELPRO, man.
Yeah.
You know? And so we already deemed by the Southern Poverty Law Center as a hate group. So they watching us as well. You know? So the thing is, man, it's all about just being prudent at the end of the day and being in the spirit and thinking before you start typing certain stuff, man. Right? Think how that can affect you. Because I say, yeah, we're a part of a body, man. You know?
I have this article right here. I'm gonna read this little bit of it and leave it alone. Okay. This is according to what's it? USnews.com. CIA tech firm seeks more social media spying. It says more. The CIA venture capital firm has reportedly invested in several companies designating designing technologies that would help the government collect social media information and rapidly process it to spot people viewed as potential threats. You see that, brothers? Documents obtained by the Intercept say the firm called NQTel founded 4 companies that specialize in social media mining and surveillance. The news webs identified the companies as Pathor, Geopedia, Transvonit, and Ditamin. In QTAR and QTEL's Slovakia news setup investments would make it easy for the CIA to collect and analyze data to give people so-called threat scores based on their online speech, personal contacts, and other activities, say Lee Rollins, a senior staff attorney with the American Civil Liberties Union. You see that? So let's go back to what it says. It says the CIA is collecting and analyzing data to give people so-called threat scores based on what they say and their context. Ding, ding, ding. How many people, without context, how many people have brothers as friends on social media? You all probably raise a hand that's on social media, man. You know what I'm saying? The context that we like, that we watch, that we follow, all that is being um, scored. You see what I'm saying?
Yep, they track all that, and the proof on that is even when you research certain stuff when you're not even when you like research to say shoes, you know, or you looking up research stuff. Then what happened? They put ads tailored to your searches, man. So right now you don't even got to be signed in. You could be as just a guest on YouTube, and all of a sudden stuff that you still research will pop up, you know, as recommendations, as ads for advertisements of different Nikes or Reeboks or whatever, or a shirt that you may research. Mm-hmm. You'll get similar ads and things of that nature over to the side, man. That's right. To sure that they watch it, they track everything, man. They have an algorithm that picks up all that stuff, you know.
Yep.
So I had this scripture to back you up. Yahweh's coming back posted earlier as well. Psalms chapter 10, verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent.
That's right. In the secret places does he murder the innocent, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we know he does that with what? You know what I'm saying? The certain medicines that he put out. You see what I'm saying? You have an opium epidemic going on, man. People are hooked on these opiums, man. You got people that are hooked on social media. You know what I'm saying? And they use that as a tracking tool, man. You know what I'm saying? To pick your brain. Because when you get on social media, man, you can just people watch all day, all night. You know what I'm saying? It's real. It's TV, if you will, man. If you let it be, you see what I'm saying? And the government is using that. You know what I'm saying as a way to list the terrorists, list the sheeple. You see what I'm saying? Easy money, man. And if you're on there doing too much, man, you're gonna get caught out there. You're gonna make yourself an easy target.
Right, because we read in Second Thessalonians, he's sitting in the temple of God, showing himself that he is Most High. He's trying to be the Most High right now, so he's got satellites to where he can read your newspaper with you. You know, from miles above the earth, man. Yeah, he can watch it. He can turn your camera on your phone. He can turn a microphone on your phone. Turn the camera on your laptop, on your cable box. You know, this devil. The scripture says he's wise in Daniel, man. So he's been given the knowledge to do all these things, man. He can track all that. You know,
all of it. And he's doing it, man. Don't think for 1 second he ain't doing it.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, we know that this devil is going to be taken down, and we know that as long as we have faith, you have our shall we protected. But at the same time, you don't want to be punished or take a major L because you weren't being spiritual. You know,
that's right.
You still want to act accordingly. You know.
Yep.
I'm gonna finish this for you. His eyes are privily set against the poor.
That's right. Who are the poor on this earth, man? We're at the bottom right now, man. So his eyes are privily set against us, man. You know what I'm saying? He wants the worst for us, man. It's the food that we eat is straight slot, man. Mm-hmm. That's why it's very important to pray to you over your food, man. You know what I'm saying? To keep you safe. Because the things that, man, we're eating all types of abominations, man. Don't think for 1 second that that's not a truth, man. Especially if you eat meat. We eating all types of wickedness, man. So we need grace from the Heavenly Father, man.
Right.
Because we don't know. When we figure out everything that this man has done to us, man, we're gonna go crazy, man.
Right.
So don't, we saying all this to say what, man? Don't underestimate this, man. You know? This is chess, man. This is not checkers. You see?
It's verse 9. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den.
That's right.
And that's that article. That goes to the article that brother brought out. How they tracked all those groups, you know, in the second article, you know.
That's right, man.
He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor.
That's right.
You know, and so that they caught him. They caught one of those guys, you know. That COINTELPRO. He lieth in wait, tracking all those things to building up a case so he can make his move, you know. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. And all these things, like the brother said, it's all a net and a distraction at the end of the day. You know, these social media sites is all he do. The things he pushes, he tries to catch Jake up in it stuff, you know. And it's important not to be caught up in it anyway, you know. You get caught in that worshiping yourself, you know.
Looking at your damn self all the time.
Looking at yourself, seeing who liking your pictures, see who liking your posts, you know.
It's true.
Looking, scrolling, looking at women, you know, sometimes you get caught and all of a sudden 20 minutes I went by.
Yep. Like, curse yourself out.
You know?
You lie to yourself and be like, oh, I'm on there for business. And you on there for business, but you fucking out too. So even brothers out there who have businesses, you gotta be careful with that, man. You know what I'm saying?
You want to be extremely careful in all avenues, you know? Posting stuff to get a rise out of people, laugh and see how mad and poke at people, you know? You gotta be careful with all that type of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
That was it on that. You guys need to pull?
Go to what's that? 1 Peter 5 and 8. That was a roaring lion seeking who he may devour.
1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8. Be sober Be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
That's right, man. So if a white man walking about who seeking who he may devour, man, we're gonna get caught up in his web. You see what I'm saying? You got some of our people that's getting caught up willingly. You have some of our people that's getting caught up with Satan by Satan's devices, man. Those snares that he sets up to man to engulf our souls, man. And you have to best believe that he's setting traps. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important to pray to Yahweh Shem have a shot. You know, ask for his covering, man, and stay close to that flame, brothers. You see what I'm saying? Remember why we're here. We're not here to be comfortable. We're here to serve Yahweh Shem have a shot, man. It's not please this flesh. You know, the apostle Ricard did a beautiful sit down on that. I want to say today. I seen it today. Going to how we shouldn't get comfortable in this world, man. He's right. You can get comfortable, man. I just want to get a job. I just want to chill. Got a girl. Just want to just drink some wine on the weekends. Work out. Fuck that, man. It's going down, man. If you're not paying attention, it's gonna come as a thief in the night. If we ain't paying attention, it's like you. You know, the first person that you're teaching is truth is yourself.
Right.
You know? So it's very important that we're paying attention, man. Because so-called white man is it? Royal lines. Read that one more time.
1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, and it don't mean you can't drink. It means be sober-minded, thinking clearly, Like I said, having prudence about what we do in this whole walk. Be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
Mm-hmm.
Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world.
Mm. That was really, man. You know what I'm saying?
Luke chapter 22, verse 31. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren.
Mm.
So backing up that point in 1 Peter, man, Satan desires to sift us, man.
Right.
Through all these different avenues, man. But like we read in Corinthians, we're not ignorant of his devices, so we have to remember that, man. Remember that the social media and online, all that stuff is just a device. That Esau is set up. Now we use them for the right hand side, but you want to get caught up in that left hand side. Like I said, you want to use the world but not abuse the world. You don't want to be too excessive, going too far. Because then you could be caught up. Oh, that was pretty much I had in that description.
I think we can end off with that Colossians 4, man.
Okay. All right, this is Colossians chapter 4. And starting at verse 5. Mm-hmm. Walk in wisdom towards them that are without.
That's right.
Redeeming the time.
You're supposed to be walking in wisdom towards those that are without, man. If you're saying that you're a ambassador for Yahweh Shem Shah, there's a certain way that you're supposed to be conducting yourself, man. Your honest strophe is supposed to have a good reputation. You know what I'm saying? That honest strophe is how you carry yourself. You're supposed to have a good reputation, man, to those that are without, man. You see what I'm saying? Not be seen as that guy, an intellectual bully, somebody who lords over what they have intellectually, man, to make somebody feel little. I know that Nas is puffed up. We understand that, man. But hey, this thing is about humbling yourself, man. Because you have to understand, you were once one of those dudes who didn't know. So you better thank Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We better thank Yahweh Shem Yahushua that we have this knowledge and understanding.
Take it away anytime.
Anytime that you want to, man. Know that, understand that, man. There's been a lot of people out here that was on fire. Casting out demons, things of that nature. Gone with the wind, man. I'm talking about casting out demons, man. Prophesying in front of us, man.
Right.
Woo! Hey, you think it's a game, man? I'm not saying this to be emotional. I'm saying this, man, look, me and this brother, we seen it, man. We've seen it. Me and his brother seen it. Had one dude literally tell this dude, you gonna do these things and get arrested. You gonna pour that wine out right now, and they gonna arrest you. This dude literally poured that wine and he got arrested. He literally prophesied right in front of him, man. New scriptures off the top of the dome. I'm talking about pulling the boom, gone. Spirit ain't dealing with him.
Okay, that's another demon out of a chick.
Yep.
Early on.
Yep.
Shut the demon down, made the demon walk away. Nowhere to be found now. You know? It's verse 6. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. So we have to be salty, you know, and things that we post as well, man. You know, you have to actually, that means thinking about what you're gonna post and how it can affect you
and your body,
brothers in the body, you know. So yeah, just an exhortation, man, just to be mindful, you know, of the things that we're doing in this walk, man. We gotta redeem the times to be circumspect concerning this devil, man.
That was it. I think we made the point. I'm saying, once I willing, it was edifying. Want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Wahakadas Wakah. Double honors to the apostles and the others that rule well. Peace and blessings to you brothers out there that keep his word in sincerity and truth. Shalom.
Shalom.